Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Astrological Intentions. I am your host, Alex Reevy, along with the witty whooper herself, Sandy Reevy.
I'm back on. Hi, everyone.
It is episode 405, the week of April 27th. Let's get right into it. We start off the week with Tuesday, April 28th, Venus trine Pluto.
Purposeful get together.
Friday, May 1st, full moon in Scorpio.
Activate what you feel.
Venus sextile Saturn.
Agreeable and settling.
Then Saturday the 2nd, Mercury ingress Taurus.
Slower paced.
Then it's going to be a quick episode because we also are just going to breeze over our On the Horizon. And in our house, Sandy is settling into her new house. So let's hear a little bit about what's going on with her. Woo! Stay tuned for this episode of Astrological Intentions.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one, you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you does...
Hello, witty whooper.
I did. I'm upgrading. Well, you know what? Like when you got me that whoop, like what, a year and a half ago for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
And I wore it and it's all stained with paint because when I was renovating this house that I'm currently in finally, it all got painted up and I must have put it down. Anyway, I misplaced it and I found it during the move. Usually you lose things during a move.
Right.
Trust me, I've lost plenty, but I found my whoop and I want to upgrade it to the peak on your family plan.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I love mine. So I'm excited.
And actually, I have the 4 to give away for free.
Okay, so anyone that wants it, email Sandy at intentionmeets.com.
You get 2 months of free service to see if you like it.
Cool.
Yeah, let me know because I don't really know who to give it to.
Sounds
good.
It's
free. I'll get it to you.
All right, so it is episode 405, the week of April 27th. Let's get right into it. In the transits, we start off Tuesday, April 28th, Venus trine Pluto.
Yeah, this is Venus coming from, the air sign Gemini. And Venus in Gemini likes to have conversations, talks, get-togethers. It's trine to Pluto. So deep discussions of friendly souls, a purposeful get-together, great for understanding new perceptions, right? Really getting to, it's not necessarily debate type conversation, but it's because of the trine. Debate might be a little bit more square, a square combination, but this is a trine. So it says, what don't I know that I want to know and be around those people. It reminds me of the one time that we were all sitting around the Lange gang, midnight campground. And we had some very smart people in our camp, basically, right?
Yeah.
And some of the family members would swing by our camp to say, hey, what's going on? And they'd sit in our camp chairs and got these discussions. And later the next day, I heard, my God, I've never had a conversation like that ever before. I didn't even know some of the things that were being discussed even existed. Remember
that sounds like a great time for people to get some friends that maybe have never met before. Or maybe colleagues that haven't met before and just see what comes out of it. Because, those types of things, and I do remember that, the conversation was so cool because sometimes we do talk about the same things in the same friend groups, but when we bring them all together, it creates this interesting, unique flavor. All right, so let's move on to Friday, May 1st. Happy May, everybody. Full moon in Scorpio.
Yep, full moon, 11 degrees of Scorpio. This is at 12:23 p.m. And even though I'm on the East Coast now, I guess I have to start still talking about Central Time. I will be writing in Central Time. So
Oh,
I'll be
that's
using,
true.
between me and you already, we're already using your 10 o'clock and my 9 o'clock, or your 9 o'clock and my 10 o'clock, right?
Right.
We've been using mine and yours
Uh-huh. Right.
because we can't use ours.
True.
Um, but this full moon is at 12:23 p.m. Therefore, we will not see the full moon because the sun is up. It's noon. But the sun is in Taurus, the moon is in opposite sign of Scorpio. Not the favorite place for the moon. It's in actual fall, FALL. Although it is a full moon to activate what you feel, right? This is maybe psychic, intuition, very deep clarity. It could be an effective and pleasant discussion. Kind of, we talked about having discussion, on Tuesday. It's really following through with some of these really good, really effective, speak about what you feel.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, full moons can be very powerful and feel like a spotlight is put into places that maybe are kept in the dark. So,
Well, and that's a good way to say that. Can I share a personal conversation about this, though?
sure.
Because this is a full moon, Friday the 1st. This full moon, well, the sun is sitting right on my midheaven. Therefore, the moon is on my IC, which is the area of like personal home. And this is the day I'm closing on my home.
Mm-hmm.
So very interesting. That will be very activating for me, how I feel of really letting someone else in my
A
home
closing of a chapter.
on this
Mm-hmm.
day. And it's right on my angle, right
Y-
on my MCIC angle. Very
Right.
interesting.
No, and the family is wonderful. All right, so let's move on to the second transit of the first, which is Venus sextile Saturn.
Yeah, this is agreeable and settling. Good judgment prevails. Set up your desired interest and move on, right? Saturn is in Aries. Saturn likes to slow things down, but in Aries, he just wants to get a reality check and then move on. So it's a sextile, and it's Venus, again, good judgment, be agreeable, and it's again very interesting. This is my closing day because we've agreed, and now we're settling, and now we're moving ahead.
Uh-huh.
Very interesting how the astrology is working for me, right? And it should be working for everyone in some fashion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so and then that leaves us to one last transit. So this week is going to fly by. Saturday, May 2nd, Mercury ingress Taurus.
Yeah, this is definitely slower paced. Mercury in Aries, where Mercury has been for a very short time because Mercury spent so much time in the retrograde of Pisces that he zipped through Aries, which is fast and quick. That's why every day I talk to you, you go, I can't believe the day is going so quickly.
It's true.
Right, the week is going so quickly. Hopefully Saturday, May 2nd, but it's not till 10 o'clock at night. So slower paced. So, in that we mean me, you, this, stay focused on one or two thoughts and see them through to the finish, right? Mercury
Slow
in
and steady
Aries,
wins the race.
Mercury in Aries has too many thoughts, can start them, but not finish them. But going into the Taurus, the grounding, the earth, the fixed, is way more follow through. So follow through for this 3-week period. Really, it's all of May. And maybe I'll get done with all my boxes.
Okay, slow and steady wins the race. So that is the week ahead. And don't forget that you can follow along with these transits personally. We have an astrology guide on the website. You can download your natal chart there, and you can book a reading with Sandy for $20 off if you use the code podcast. So we're going to skip over talisman times. I will throw in the the Talisman link if you want to shop or see what options you have available now. But also on the horizon, we have our Chicago UAC. That's the United Astrology Conference happening in Chicago, September 3rd through the 8th. You can purchase tickets there with the link in the show notes. And we have our Egypt retreat, September 13th through the 26th. It's getting very exciting and very full. So
Yeah.
we only have maybe one possible spot left.
Mhm.
So please, if you have any questions, if this is a time that you're noticing a calling, answer it. We're happy to chat with you and answer whatever questions you have, especially on a free retreat call where you can talk directly with Sandy and see if this is a good fit for you. And without further ado, we're already at the final part of our podcast, Our House. And yeah, tell me a little bit about how are you settling in? You're now moved to Ohio, and that was a that was a move.
A thing.
Hmm.
I'm 2 weeks in. I'm 2 weeks in. So that first week, though, I stayed at my mom's while we were, Jim, my savior of interior design and good and best friend, came down with me and literally he brought his toolbox and started hanging things and decorating and putting things up and
I don't think
moving
I've seen
furniture.
anyone move in that quickly.
No, by
Because
the time you
day three, you were already like it looked like you had been living there for 5 years.
day three, I'm cooking here,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
because we stayed kind of past the dinner time, and so I was having to grill, and I had my brother and his wife come down and help with the Murphy bed and my desk, and so yeah, no, I'm just now I have everything I need, but then go downstairs and in the garage there are boxes upon shelves of boxes in
It's the
front of each
panicked
other.
garage
And it's like, I don't
currently.
need any of you. I don't need anything in there. So, although I did find a box of hangers because I'm like, I have no hangers. And I gave a ton of hangers away to Habitat for Humanity. And now I'm finding myself, I need to buy hangers. But I just found a
It's
big
always
box
nice when they
of,
all match.
well, and
Makes
I
you feel
found a
real
big
organized.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna finish hanging up the clothes that I hope will fit soon, since I'm back on my food program, right? Because I'm like, why am I even hanging these little skirts up, these mini skirts? I'm 70. And I'm like, yeah, but you know
That
what?
doesn't matter.
I
I
did
mean, it's
wear
not
them when
like,
I was 68. So let me see. I'm gonna hang them back up.
yeah, try them out, see if it makes you happy, and if it does, great. If it doesn't,
Definitely will have to be wearing like tights.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's
So
great. I'm sleeping through the night. It feels good. I love the way the sun comes up, crosses over the house and sets, of course, in the west. And all this light shoots in my office window and my bedroom window. I'm
beautiful.
really, really, really super happy and feeling very content and satisfied. I didn't know how I'd really feel,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
So I'm curious, tell me like a lesson that you learned or something that maybe stayed with you after all of this big change going on.
Um, I mean, lesson probably patience because I'm not. Um, and for me to take 2 weeks off of work is a
Big
big
deal.
deal for
Hmm.
me, and where I'm not doing a retreat or, that type of thing.
Right.
But
Uh-huh.
patience, just slow getting things done, having a small, I want to get 3 boxes thrown over the edge a day, and it's just three, and I consider little ones boxes too.
Great. Yeah, so slow and steady paced. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, patience is always a good one to learn. So, I'm glad you're settled in. It's looking absolutely phenomenal. I know there's still some tweaks and things to get organized, but that will all come in time, and welcome to your new home.
I'm loving it. Thank you.
So good. All right, everybody. So that is a wrap on our episode today. Thank you so much for listening in, and we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
I say go do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Say you are the one, you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river. Wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. The story of you, the story.